Hi, so my name's Antonette and I'm the HR manager here at Clark Door. So for those of you that don't know very much about the company, Clark Door is a family owned business. They've been based in Carlisle since 1973. So we design, manufacture, install and service special purpose door solutions, so acoustic, fire, temperature controlled industrial doors. And we export to over 45 countries worldwide now. So the business is continuing to grow, we're really proud of that. Our chairman actually won an MBE from the Queen for the company's contribution to manufacturing in Cumbria. And I would say that, part of that is our commitment really to supporting young people in the area and our commitment to onboarding apprentices each year. So every year we run our apprenticeship programme in conjunction with a local apprenticeship provider. And it's a great programme for you to join from school. There's opportunity to be involved in the manufacturing, to go out on site and see the doors and see the installation of them, and equally to spend some time in our project office and get to know how the doors are designed and almost like the end-to-end journey really. So if you are interested potentially in hearing a little bit more about them, then there is an email address on our website, mail@clarkdoor.com. If you send an inquiry just asking for a little bit more information, then we could definitely get you some more details on how to apply and the process involved in that. But today I'm here to talk to you about top tips for interviews. So in my line of work, I've been involved in many an interview, so I like to think I have some handy tips that I can maybe share with you as you're approaching that stage of your life and looking to gain, full-time permanent employment. So my first tip really would just be to be prepared. It sounds quite straightforward, but I've been in many an interview where you can really tell the difference between candidates that have probably applied for quite a few jobs and don't necessarily have a real desire for that particular one, and against other candidates that have clearly gone above and beyond to do the research. They're quizzed up on the company's values. They've clearly spent time, trying to find out a little bit more about the business and how they think they would be a good fit. So what I would say to you in the context of any interview, if you're not asked the question, what do you know about the company? I would say any opportunity that you have in the context of answering an interview question, be it a competency-based example, I would encourage you at any opportunity to demonstrate that you really have gone out of your way to research the company and why you want this particular role, because that's the difference. You can come up against quite a few people in an interview process, and I do think if you can demonstrate that drive that it's this particular role that you really want, this is why you think you would be the right sort of fit for the company, it definitely comes across, I think, in being prepared and coming across as if you're prepared. So that would be my first pointer. My second would probably be, again, quite another straightforward one, but I would say be confident. Even, myself, I've probably had a few interviews up to now in my career, and I won't lie, I feel nervous like anybody else in advance of an interview. Of course you do. But what I would say is, just view the interview panelists as regular people, like you and I, and confidence is key. I think that if you can demonstrate, even if you don't have the same skills and experience that other candidates they might be interviewing might have, if you come across confident, you know what you can bring to the table, and that might be a real drive and a real passion to succeed that you can demonstrate, even if you haven't had a lot of interview experience or even a lot of work experience. If you're quite new out of school, there'll have been things that you will have done, be it projects that you've worked on or activities that you've done where you can demonstrate, that those are the key skills that would be critical for the role that you're applying for. And I think if you are confident and you sell your skills and your ability with conviction, then it really carries a lot of weight, I think, in an interview. So yeah, definitely be confident. I know it doesn't come easily to everybody, but just try and remember that the panelists are just regular people, and just wanting you to demonstrate why you're the right fit for the role and for the business. So that would be my next tip. And finally, I would say don't be afraid to ask questions. So normally you'll get to the end of an interview, after the questioning in your direction is finished, and you'll normally get asked, have you got any questions? What I would say is it's always good to have some. It shows initiative that, I view interview processes as a two-way thing. It's not just about the company finding out if you're the right person for them. It's equally about finding out whether they're the right fit for you also. So don't be afraid to ask questions like, what are the priorities in the business for the next 12 months? What's the team dynamic like? What will the day-to-day look like in the role that I'm applying for? Because you can only know so much usually from a job description or a job advert. So don't be afraid to ask questions. I think it shows initiative. It shows that you really want to know more. And equally, don't be afraid to ask for feedback. Regardless of the outcome of the interview, don't be afraid to ask for feedback. It's always good, to reflect on your performance at any stage of your career. So get feedback whether you get the job or you don't. It's always, useful to look back and think where you can potentially improve. So those would be my top tips. Be prepared, be confident, and don't be afraid to ask questions or ask for feedback.